Hey, hello, fellow traders. It's Nutty Bar. It's time to do the recap. Let's jump right in. So, well, you probably saw the thumbnail and you're thinking to myself, you're probably thinking to yourself, oh no, what went wrong? Well, let me show you. Hang on. Actually, let's just start with the beginning. Let's start at the beginning of the day. So, um, just wait a little bit and we'll cover the whole take profit issues. I guess we're going to call them issues for now. Personal issues. Let's start with the beginning of the day. So this morning, obviously, so if you're new here, so my Tradefy, these 7 Tradefy accounts I use only, I'm using that to trade my 3-minute opening range strategy. And this was the trade right here. I'm not going to go over a lot of time explaining the trade. If you want to know the trade, tune into the live stream. I go over it almost every morning, but we did get a trigger long. It was really close to not triggering a trade, but we did take it, thankfully. And I didn't follow the rules precisely just because of how big of a move higher we got almost immediately, and the fact that we were right here at previous highs. So when we're right at the previous highs, I'm going to take my profit, lock it, at least lock in some gains, and that's what happened this morning. The final contract was taken off right here at the 809s. So I was very happy with that trade. Now the second day in a row that the opening range trade has been great. Now I'll quickly go over. So from there, we need to cover the whole take profit thing. So Friday, Friday we had the take profit accounts, and if you were with us, I was $1,000 close to getting all five of the take profit trader accounts that I had on Friday. I was literally $1,000 away from getting all of them passed, and ended up giving all of my gains back, and end of the day around $2,000 loss per account. It was just bad. It was very frustrating. But I did still have the accounts. And then this morning, I can't really show you guys because obviously, you'll find out soon, but I was scalping long all the way up, and actually it worked. I was up $2,000 this morning, and we were $1,500 away from passing those accounts again. And now here's what you need to understand. So all 5 of those accounts are set to rebill. They're going to be rebilling on the 15th of next week, which gives me 7 more days of trading. And basically, long story short, I was really focusing on trying to get those passed. Basically, what I didn't want to happen is if I didn't pass those accounts today and then I blow those accounts tomorrow, then I wouldn't be able to do a reset and pass them before my rebilling date. Long story short, it made sense. I promise it made sense in my head at the time. Right now, if I could go back in time and just stop trading when I had $2,000 in profit, I would probably do that. But at the time, it made sense in my head for some twisted, weird reason that I either wanted to pass those accounts. If I don't pass them, I just didn't want to, blow those accounts tomorrow or the next day, because then I would basically, I would have to buy new accounts, because a reset, it wouldn't be possible to pass the accounts with a reset by that time. Anyway, I'm sure you're probably scratching your head wondering, what in the tarnation is this guy talking about? Again, I promise it made sense at the time. But anyway, so we were going for the win. Well, we got, of course, the market decided to roll over, and I just, right in here, I can't show you anymore, but trust me, I got chopped around so bad, and I finally kind of had a, I drew my, I put my stake down, and this opening range high, I was really counting on we bounce off this opening range high, like I've seen the market do so many times in the past. But no, not this time. We rip lower, and I lose the account somewhere in here. Somewhere in here, the account, poof, it's gone. Um, then so now we've lost that account after getting it $1,000 close to passing, and then we had it $1,500 close to passing today. We still lost it. So now you might say to yourself, what's this guy? Okay, first of all, before you comment down below, this is an eval. I trade my evals different than I trade my funded accounts, okay? So I know I know it was bad, but I hold myself to different standards. On a funded account, I'd be pretty upset. I mean, I am upset, but I'm not. I look at it, I have a different category for judging if it's an eval versus a funded account. But having said all that, because of all that transpired, I was just no longer going to allow myself to trade my Apex funded accounts. I was no way fit to be trading funded accounts at that point. And anyway, I reset the accounts because, obviously I wanted to get a traded day posted for today. And, so I have 5 more days before my rebilling comes up, and everything will be fine. So yes, so fast forward, we reset all 5 accounts, which is $100 each, which $100 times 5 is $500. Now, at this point in the video, you might be looking a little bit to my left at the bottom of the screen. You might be seeing an expenses of 1,000. If you're new here, I'm keeping track of my expenses with prop firms. I'm keeping a live tracker this year. I want to lower my expenses this year, so I figured, hey, I'll keep track of them. That will help. So you might be thinking, well, if those resets are 500 per account, maybe I just miscalculated and I put in 1,000 by accident. I wish I could say that. Unfortunately, that's just would be lying. And yeah, you guessed it right. The next round of resets, I ended stream in between the resets there. And yeah, I there's a chance, possibly. There is a chance that we went long off the VWAP, and there's a possibility that I went on tilt a little bit, oversized, and we kept trying to go long throughout this little, I don't even know what you want to call this, but yeah, there's a chance that we hit the data loss limit again, and maybe, possibly we reset those accounts again, and that $1,000 could be correct. I would prefer to live in, I would prefer just to not talk about it. If that's okay with you guys, I'm just going to bypass that I'm going to bypass that. So fast forward, let's fast forward to where we are now, where we could possibly be on the second reset, but we have profit. We're ending the day after all the blood, sweat, and tears. We are up on the accounts, 5 of them. We're up 2,700 per account. Everyone's fine and no one is hurt. I'm still here, and I might have suffered some emotional damage, but we're still here. And I'll look back on this day probably tomorrow, and I'll learn some lessons from today. I hope. We're not at that point yet. I literally put in my last trade. I mean, it was a blur. The afternoon was a little blurry for me. Actually, you know what? Hang on, let me show you how blurry it was. You'll understand. Here's the take profit trader. I'll zoom in. If you guys are in for it, if you want to go through here and try to make sense of my trades right here, be my guest. Be my guest. I challenge you to put yourself through that punishment. But don't ask me why I took these trades, because I have no idea. It's a blur, but we did take the trades. And right here was my last trade, which we're not talking about it, but we ended green. We're green. And this is day one of these accounts. We're back to square one. Now we have to trade for 5 more days. And the goal is from here on out, $1,000 a day, 12. I got to figure out how much we need. But we need 9,000 total. But if we don't get it on this round, if these accounts, I hereby announce that if these accounts do not survive this round, we need to do a self-evaluation. We need to put Take Profit Trader is going to have to go in a timeout. I am going to have to go in a timeout from trading or resetting or buying any more Take Profit Trader accounts. Kind of like I'm put myself in a timeout with my funded futures. Until we get a payout, no more Take Profit Trader if this round doesn't work. I'm going to hold myself to it. But for now, we're in the green. And overall for the day, it's really not a terrible day. I definitely don't like how I traded today. Don't get me wrong. But it definitely could be way worse. Like we didn't take our tilt session to our funded accounts, which I do very well. Like I do have tilt sessions. Usually I reserve them for my evals. But it does get expensive. And as you can see today, we do not want to make a habit of what happened today. We do not want to make a habit of it. So hopefully we learn some lessons. I'm going to try and take it slow. And the other thing I want to talk about a little bit is the last couple of days I've been trying really to focus on passing this Take Profit Trader account. And it's definitely kind of taken away my focus from trading my Apex accounts. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I might try to trade these Take Profit Traders in the overnight session. I'm going to focus on trying to trade those in the overnight session. So once the New York session comes around, that I just don't touch them. And that way I can focus on, obviously I'll take the Tradedevil, I'll take that 3-minute opening range trade in the morning. But then after that, I focus and be disciplined on trading my Apex account. So I'm going to try my best to do that. I don't like it for a couple different reasons. I think it's kind of a bad example to, I don't know. It's a bad example of how to trade, and I'm doing it live on stream. I don't like that. But I also kind of like it because it does show, it just shows how trading is, and it is what it is. I struggle and go on tilt. Usually I'm, like everyone else. So I also don't really mind sharing it because that is the truth of it. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Here I am. And you know what? I have a new confession for the year. I'm not going to apologize about rambling anymore because that's just how it is. I ramble. If you don't like it, you might want to move on. But I will ramble. It's a guy commented. I thought it was hilarious. In my 2024 recap and my goals for 2025, in that video, a guy commented and said, "It's obvious that this guy doesn't have anyone to talk to." I thought that was pretty good. You might be right, but I do feel better when I just kind of I dump everything I'm thinking about. I'll dump it on you guys, and you guys unfortunately have to listen to it, or I guess you don't have to. But anyway, that's it. It was a crazy day. Hit the like button if you like the thumbnail. If you feel like the thumbnails, if we need to calm it down with the thumbnails, let me know. I have kind of dived into a new realm of thumbnails, and I could see where things might go a little bit too far with that one, but I thought it was kind of funny. Anyway, I appreciate everyone. Also, 35% of you, I just checked the stats, okay? 35% of my reoccurring viewers, 35% of you are not subscribed. I was shocked. So, you probably think you're subbed and you're not. Just double check. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, take care, everyone. Appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow morning to do it all over again. Take care, and God bless.